Hi, welcome back to today's episode. Welcome to Wealthwise. My name is Berlin. In today's episode, we are going to be comparing Mansa X and Orc Special Fund. But first, please press the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Also, do let me know, have you managed to invest in either of these two special funds, either the Orc Special Funds or the Mansa Special Funds? If you have managed to invest, or if you are an investor, leave me a comment in the comment section. What is your experience like? Is there anything you'd like for them to do different for you to start investing in them? All right, let's get started. Having already reviewed the Mansa X Special Fund and the Orc Special Fund, in today's episode, we are going to be comparing. I'm going to be comparing the two. For instance, Mansa as a product was licensed to be operated by SIB or Standard Investment Bank in 2019, while Orc Fund, on the other hand, was licensed to be operated by Faida Investment Bank in 2024. These two institutions have been in operations way longer than when these products were licensed. For instance, Faida has been in operation since for almost 30 years, even though they introduced the product Orc just last year. Good. Now, the fund manager for Mansa X is Nahashon Mungai, and he has 18 years of experience. Ian Kahangara is the fund manager for Orc Fund, and he has 16 years of experience. Now, another difference that we see in this is the entry points. The minimum investment amount for Mansa X is 250 shillings, while the minimum investment amount for Orc, as per the fact sheet, is 500,000 shillings. If you need to top up your investment in Orc, you need at least 50,000 shillings. If you need to top up your investment in Mansa, you need to be having 100,000 shillings. These funds also differ in how they charge their fees. For instance, the management fees for Mansa X is 5%, while the management fees for Orc Special Fund is 6%. Now, something more interesting, Orc Special Fund does not charge you any performance fee, while Mansa will charge you performance fee. And I guess that is because they have a hurdle rate. The hurdle rate for Mansa is 25%. In other words, Mansa is targeting to give you a return on investment of 25%. If they achieve that 25%, then the 10% performance fee will be levied. If they achieve 24%, you will not be charged any performance fee. You'll just have to pay the 5% management fee. I mean, they'll just deduct the 5% management fees. Now, Orc Special Fund, on the other hand, has a target rate of 20%, as opposed to Mansa's target rate of 25%. Whether they will achieve these targets or not, the 20% Orc and the 25% Mansa is for us, the investors, to see this coming year, right? But I'll keep updating you. Now, the return on investment. How did these two funds perform? Mansa X gave us a return on investment of 24.53% annualized, and Orc Special Fund gave us a return on investment of 29.38% annualized. And given that Orc has been in the market for just 1 year, I think that's something good. That's something notable, However, it's important to know that this year, Orc had an outlier performance. They had an annualized return on investment of 177% in March. And then in the other months now, they kind of quote unquote normalize their returns on investment, quote unquote. With regards to the assets under management, Orc closed the year with an asset under management of 0.927 billion, and Mansa closed the year at 23.7 billion. However, it's important to note that Orc Special Fund has been in the market for barely a year. They started operations in February, while Mansa has been in the market since the year 2019. Hence, the reason why the huge difference in the asset under management. But that aside, remember, Orc Special Fund is being run by Faida Investment Bank, and Mansa X is being run by Standard Investment Bank. So what is the capital base for these investment banks? As per the latest audited financials, the 2023 financials, their shareholders' capital or their shareholders' wealth in this company, in Faida Investment Bank, was at the level of 400 million shillings. That is 0.4 billion. Mansa Special Fund, on the other hand, now that is SIB, Standard Investment Bank, as per their latest financials, latest audited financials, their shareholders' wealth, their shareholders' investment in SIB, not specifically in Mansa, but in SIB, was to the tune of 1 billion. All right? So we had 0.4 billion in OC, and we have 1 billion in Standard Investment Bank. Good. Now, the trustees for OC Special Fund is Cooperative Bank. I believe we all aware of that. I believe we all know Cooperative Bank. The trustees for Mansa X is Kingsland Court Trustees. And the custodian for Mansa X is I&M Bank. And the custodian for OC Special Fund is KCB. Now, having gone through these differences, in the next video, before reviewing for you Kuza Momentum Fund, we will be going through what you need to be looking at to choose a fund manager. How do you choose a hedge fund manager? How do you choose a mutual fund manager? How do you choose a special fund manager? What will make you go for OC and not Mansa? Or what will make you go for Mansa and not OC? Or what will make you decide to pick both of them? Or what will make you decide to leave both of them and go for the third fund manager? My name is Belin. Let's meet on the next video where we'll be going through how to choose a fund manager.